Hello everybody, this is Toni Turner and welcome to the market now as of about noon Eastern on Friday, August 17th. Well, the NASDAQ Composite opened lower today as weak forecasts from Applied Materials and NVIDIA weighed on chip stocks and kind of took the NASDAQ lower, while gains in energy stocks due to rising crude prices helped the S&P and Dow Industrials cut their losses. In fact, at the moment, the S&P and the Dow are positive. And on that note, let's go to three charts that could give us some insight into the week to come. First of all, we're going to look at a chart, as we always do, of the S&P 500 SPDR, symbol SPY. This is the exchange-traded fund that tracks our S&P 500 benchmark index. Now, as usual, we know the SPY made an all-time closing high of $286.58 on January 26th of this year, and we know that the SPY and of course the S&P 500 fell from then and then started gradually this spring moving in an uptrend, walking up the 200-day moving average and then moving higher, getting up over the 50-day moving average, and then moving in a really nice uptrend that I've outlined for you here on this chart with the lower uptrend line and the channel line. Now, on August 7th, a week or so ago, the SPY actually closed again at $285.58, just 1 point less than the all-time high back here in January that we just spoke about. So since then, as I said, the SPY has been moving in a nice uptrend, April, May, June, July, and August. And when I captured this chart today, the SPY was trading at $283.97, or about $28.39 on the S&P 500 itself. As you can see, it's trading above its 20-day moving average, the red line, which is coming in just below price at $282.90. Let's see, 282.92, so it's still above that 20-day line. The 50-day moving average is coming in here at 278.87, and of course our trend line is coming in a little lower here at about 277. So lots of potential support for the SPY should it decide it needs a rest here. Now, from when we talked last week, the SPY actually hasn't done much. It's kind of wandered around here, falling a little below the 20-day this week, then bouncing up, but just kind of meandering and moving around here, staying positive, staying in its uptrend, but not really making any big moves here. As I mentioned to you in the last couple of weeks, August can be a soft month for the market. Now, so far, however, the S&P has remained in its current uptrend, and that's bullish. So let's keep an eye on the SPY in the coming week and see if it can remain above, hopefully remain above the 50-day moving average coming in at almost 279, certainly above this lower trend line coming in at just about 277. Again, lots of potential support here should the SPY need it. Well, let's keep an eye on it and see if it can remain strong through August, maybe even move back up to prior highs, or again, if it needs to take the last couple of weeks of this month and rest. We shall see. And we do follow the SPY because it certainly gives us a guideline for where many of the stocks in our market will move. Now let's go on to the PowerShares QQQ. As you all know, this is the tracking ETF for the NASDAQ 100, very important index in our market. Now, as I said earlier today, the tech stocks and the NASDAQ 100 is lower on the back of earnings announced that last night from Applied Materials and NVIDIA. So far today, their tech buddies, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, most all of them seem to be losing ground today. So we look at this chart, we know that the QQQ made an all-time closing high on July 25th at 182.82. So if I could draw a straight line, that would offer resistance right about at that number. Now, when I captured this chart today, the Qs were trading at $179.01, a few cents below the 20-day moving average. Now, as you can see, the Qs have also been trading in an uptrend since March, April, just like the SPY. But notice here that for all of these months, the QQQ has been moving in an uptrend, making higher highs. In an uptrend, you know it's defined by an asset on a chart making higher lows and higher highs. We have to notice, though, that the last high the Qs made was a lower high than the prior high, so that might indicate that we've got a little bit of softness coming into this market. Now, we do see the 50-day moving average has acted as a really nice support line here for the QQQ as we look at how it kind of meets together with the uptrend line here. So without this higher high, we have to see next week if tech stocks can regain some of their momentum here. Again, the QQQ is sitting at about $179 here. 50-day moving average is coming in at about 177 and change. So there is potential support here at 177, and then down here, more price support at about 175 for the QQQ. Let's keep an eye on it in the coming week and see if tech stocks have a little more to give up here, which of course would affect our decisions on which sector we're in, or if they can rally here, start back up, and move up to their prior highs. So that's what we'll be keeping an eye on this week as we move into the last week of August. Our third chart today is a chart we haven't looked at in a while. This is the Eck Vectors Pharmaceutical ETF, symbol PPH. The top components in this, these are U.S. pharmaceutical companies. Of course, most of them are multinationals. Of course, they sell overseas. But this index does follow U.S. Pharma's top components: Bristol Myers, which we do own in Toni's Market Club, Pfizer, Merck, Lilly, Novartis, J&J, Johnson & Johnson. We can see here that the last relative high we see here was in January at 64.60, and then the PPH from there with the market, of course, as you remember, the market fell pretty hard in January, February too. Certainly the pharmaceuticals fell good and hard, down to their 200-day moving average, even moved lower down into March, then started rallying, making a higher low, always a good sign, in April, and then, like the rest of the market, moving up into a very nice uptrend that's lasted up to the current moment. As I captured this chart today, the PPH was trading at $63.25. The 20-day, it's walked nicely up the 20-day moving average in the month of July, and the 20-day is now coming in here at $61.86. So what I would prefer here, as the trader in me says, since the PPH has been up 3 days in a row, of course I would, but it's breaking out nicely, I would prefer as a trader for it to pull back to about 62.50 and then bounce. That would be ideal. I'd like it a little cheaper, but however, if that doesn't happen, I'm going to keep an eye on the PPH in the coming week. So if it pulls back and bounces or even moves higher, as long as it remains in this current uptrend, I may add shares to my account with a protective stop as a close below the 50-day moving average, and that's the green line here following this trend line up, and that's coming in at $60.84. So that would be my initial protective stop. So keep an eye on the PPH in the coming week and see if it continues to rally. It may be somewhere you want to consider having an interest in. And now for the coming week's economic reports, but first, please join us this coming Monday, August 20th, for our next session of Toni's Market Club. We talk about which side of the market to trade. I give you a mini trading lesson, and we also give you stocks and exchange-traded funds that may become ripe for high potential trades. This is a low-priced, high-value opportunity to learn more about the market, become a smarter trader, and make more money. So please join us. If you cannot attend our live session, no problem. The recording is available just a few minutes after our session ends to all of our members. For more information and to join, go to tonysmarketclub.com. And now for the coming week's economic reports. Not much going on Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have existing home sales and our usual crude inventories. On Thursday, we have our usual jobless claims, new home sales, and natural gas inventories. Not much going on Friday. Again, join us for Tony's Market Club this coming Monday. Don't miss out on this terrific opportunity to raise your trading skills and your trading profits. Until next week, keep green on your screen. I'm Toni Turner, and this is the Market Now.